An Amazon delivery driver mauled by a dog along his route says even though he now needs a walker to get around, he's lucky to be alive. Good evening. I'm Keith Garvin.
And I'm Daniela Guzman. Keith Haley says he is missing a big chunk of his leg and will need skin graft surgery.
Whoa. Now, wait a minute. They actually show his leg. It's edited. Okay. They blurred it out, but they show his leg with a huge hole in it. This is not something that he says. I don't like the way that she worded that. Did you hear that?
Get around. He's lucky to be alive. Good evening. I'm Keith Garvin.
And I'm Daniela Guzman. Keith Haley says he is missing a...
No. This is not some allegation by this guy. Something that hasn't been proven. Y'all actually show it. Why don't you just word it like that? Why don't you just say a dog bit a huge chunk out of a man's leg? What is with these word games? I don't like that. It really gets under my skin.
Big chunk of his leg and will need skin graft surgery to help close the wounds. Tonight, he is speaking only to our Devin Clark, who has his story and a response from Galveston County officials handling this case.
Since May, I've been there.
As an Amazon delivery driver, Keith Haley is used to being quick on his feet. But after what happened to him at the end of his shift on July 23rd,
I had one more package across the street.
He says he's not sure if he'll ever be able to walk the same again.
As I'm walking, all I hear, I look like a coyote wolf family.
It's at this San Leon home on 24th.
Now look at that. You telling me that's a home? As a delivery driver, why would you walk up to a home like that? And why don't delivery drivers carry weapons? They should at least have pepper spray, dog mace, or something. You don't walk around house to house like this without no weapon. And to be honest, they should be allowed to carry guns, just like police officers, because their job is just as dangerous in terms of being attacked by dogs. You hear all these stories about delivery drivers being attacked, but when it comes to the police officers, you hear a bunch of stories of them shooting the dogs before they attack. And that's what the mail carriers need to start doing. And it needs to be the law. Okay? That, more than anything, will encourage these nutters to at least put forth some effort in controlling their worthless mud.
Where Haley says he found himself face to face with this fully grown dog.
Why would you go up to that nasty, dingy, dirty house?
San Leon home on 20.
You know what homes look like when they got dogs? Big nasty house, tires, all kind of junk and trash in the yard. There are dogs there.
24th, where Haley says he found himself face to face with this fully grown Belgian Malinois, which is similar to a large German Shepherd.
As soon as I hear the chain rattle, you know, I'm running for the streets because I already know he coming towards you. So as I'm running, I feel, you know, his teeth entering my leg.
As he's running. So even though he's running, he was still caught. And the dog started to attack him. Unprovoked, mind you, unprovoked. Just like all of the other dog attacks, this dog attack was unprovoked. Do you know how difficult it is to find a dog attack where the dog was actually provoked? You can't find it.
You know, his teeth entering my leg.
The extent of his injuries too graphic to show on television.
My whole calf gone.
Adding insult to injury, Haley says, the neighbor who he ran to for help told him the dog had attacked other people before.
She was like, wait, and she told me exactly what it was. That dog across the street, right? And I was like, yeah. She said, man, that dog attacks people constantly.
Animal control officials say that they are...
See? And you're supposed to just take it. They expect you to accept this as the norm, as a way of life, something you can't stop. Like it's just as natural as the wind blowing. Oh, you got attacked by a dog. Well, there's nothing we can do. Y'all better protect yourselves. Stop living in this fantasy world. All you delivery drivers.
And she told me exactly what it was. That dog across the street, right? And I was like, yeah. She said, man, that dog attacks people constantly.
Man, you know what? I would have left some nice treats for that dog constantly. That's what I would have done. I would have offered it some tasty treats.
Animal control officials say that they are aware of one prior attack which led to the dog being quarantined, but following protocol, it was given back after 10 days when the owner presented necessary paperwork.
So there you go. The dog attacked somebody before, and animal control did nothing. Quarantined that disgusting, worthless, trash organism, mutant, for 10 days, and then gave it back, and this is what you get for giving it back. Knew full well you should have euthanized it back then. And you know full well that you need to euthanize all of them right now, whether or not they've attacked anyone.
We need changes. This should not happen again, ever.
Galveston County Animal Control officials say that after Haley's attack, the dog's owner was not cited because the incident happened on his own property and that
whoa. You hear that? Let's back that
owner
up.
willingly. Galveston County Animal Control officials say that after Haley's attack, the dog's owner was not cited because the incident happened on his own property and that owner willingly gave the dog to Animal Control, where it's been here ever since. However,
there you go. He was on his own property. Even though it's this man's job to go onto other people's property. What about that don't you nutters understand?
Galveston County Animal Control officials say that after Haley's attack, the dog's owner was not cited because the incident happened on his own property.
Was not cited because it happened on his property, but it's the driver's job to go onto people's property. It is not reasonable to acquire a creature that will attack people simply for coming onto the property. This is not the caveman days where anybody who gets close to you should be brutally attacked. What kind of sense does that make? As long as it's people's job to go onto your territory, you should not be in possession of dogs. It's that simple.
After Haley's attack, the dog's owner was not cited because the incident happened on his own property and that owner willingly gave the dog to Animal Control, where it's been here ever since. However, Animal Control officials say because that dog had been quarantined before, they're working on finalizing paperwork to have the dog put down. Amazon said they're looking into the incident but did not provide further comment. Galveston.
See, you as the Amazon driver, you should have been prepared to euthanize that dog yourself. That way you would not currently be missing a huge chunk out of your leg. You wouldn't be out of work. And who knows? You could have lost your leg. You could have been killed. Okay, you still could have been infected, developed sepsis, and all types of infections. And nothing's going to happen. The laws will remain the same. And it should not be this difficult to find a provoked attack. And they really sitting around trying to tell all of us that these things launch these types of attacks out of fear. Get out of here. Even if you are right, that's ridiculous. Because that means that any and everything fills dogs with fear, which is extremely abnormal. Makes sense. After all, they are mutants.
County Sheriff's Office officials offering advice. Owners receiving packages should tether animals in their yard on appropriate leashes. Delivery drivers should blow horns or a whistle when entering a yard.
That is ridiculous. What does this sound like? This sounds like a primitive society. It sounds like you're dealing with domestic terrorists. You have to always be on alert. Make noise when entering. For what? To give your location up? That way the dog can attack you even faster? What is making noise supposed to do? How's that supposed to protect you? Some nutter got a dog somewhere off leash, you're gonna get attacked. You simply should not be going onto people's property. as long as dogs are legal. And if you do, you should be like the police officers. And of course, I'm a campaign for that. I am just dying to report on stories where an Amazon delivery driver had to defend himself from an attacking dog in line with the law and euthanize the dog on the spot. Those are the most pleasant stories to report. Look for signs. Wait a minute. Keep pepper spray handy. Again, this guy didn't even have pepper spray. What type of world are you living in? And the majority of people are like this. They walk around basically naked. No weapon whatsoever. What do you think this is? Little House on the Prairie? Y'all living in Wonderland somewhere. You got killers everywhere, all around you. You better stay protected. Look for signs of a dog. What type of sign is that supposed to be? I guess you look at the grass, and if it's patchy, we know when there's a dog. Usually we know when there's a dog. But what is that supposed to be? You still got to deliver the mail. What is the delivery driver supposed to do? Don't turn your back.
Horns or a whistle when entering a yard, and keep pepper spray handy just in case. Always look for signs of a dog like a bowl or toys. If you do come across a dog, don't turn your back on it.
Look, this is man's best friend. Why on earth are they bringing these same creatures? Look at how they're telling delivery drivers to deal with these things. What kind of sense does it make to bring these exact same creatures into schools all across the country, around prepubescent children, instructing all of them to come rub and play with these drugged up dogs, trying to desensitize them? God, you people are sick. You are some sick, demonic lunatics. All you young people, if you are a young person, you kids, stay away from dogs. Do not be in the same home as a dog. Don't even get close to a dog. Don't touch them. And I don't care if all of your friends are dog lovers. Tell all of your friends you will never step inside of their home. This is what your parents, your teachers should be telling you. But it's your parents and teachers bringing them around you.
Haley, who says there were no signs for the dog in the yard or in his Amazon app,
Nothing.
is planning legal action. In San Leon.
Yeah. I hope he sues them for everything they have. Now, this is a good example of why I have this channel. I started this channel to help raise awareness of serious threats, lethal threats, that everybody treats as if they're harmless. This guy, this delivery driver included, he was also treating these things as if they're harmless. So much so as if they don't even exist. How can you be that unaware as a delivery driver? It should be protocol before you're even hired, before they even allow you to drive their vehicle for the very first time. You need to be thoroughly schooled on how often delivery drivers, mailmen, are attacked by dogs. This is a serious problem. And these people continue to be irresponsible and tiptoe around talking about dogs as if they are just as dangerous as they are. You see, when the world, society is full of nutters, then everybody is going to avoid subjects like this. Oh no, we don't want to tell our drivers to look out for dogs. That would make dogs look bad. We don't want to project a bad image of dogs. So it's all reactionary. And it's another form of sacrifice. where they only address the problem after it happens. You got to be a step ahead of these people. All you delivery drivers, don't make the same mistake this guy made. I don't care what the house looks like. You don't go anywhere unarmed. Always be prepared to put down a good-for-nothing, worthless mutant.